It's been 3 weeks since the Blue Army gathered here at King Power Stadium, and what a 3 weeks it has been. A record-breaking win achieved, a League Cup quarter-final place secured, and a Player of the Month trophy awarded. The high-flying Foxes start this evening's Premier League clash with Arsenal in the knowledge they have the best defensive record and the best goal-scoring record in the Premier League. A win tonight would only seal 5 successive victories at King Power Stadium. It will also see Brendan Rodgers' team end the evening in second place in the Premier League. Unai Emery takes charge of the Gunners for the 50th time this evening on the back of 4 successive draws, having taken the lead in each of those games. The Gunners have had their worst start to a Premier League season for 7 years, but still pose a goal-scoring threat, having scored in 17 of their 18 games this season. It's another huge game for the Foxes and a real test of their top 4 credentials as they look to topple one of the traditional top 4 teams. Leicester name an unchanged side in the Premier League for the 4th successive time. Ben Chilwell starts. It's his 100th appearance for Leicester City. And we will have a minute silence before the game as we hand over to the PA announcer.
He will lay reads on the centre circle prior to the sounding of the last post.
Goes up from the Blue Army. Leicester City real frontrunners in making this Remembrance fixture and marking this occasion in the world of football. The Foxes in blue shirts and white shorts will get us underway, kicking from right to left as we look. Arsenal in a change strip of yellow shirts and navy blue shorts. Kick from left to right, kick towards the Kop. Arsenal playing their 19th game of the season. Leicester 4 behind the Gunners in European action during the week. And what was another draw. 4 draws on the bounce for the Gunners. They've taken the lead in all of them. Leicester City looking for their 5th successive home victory. Last year, 3 weeks ago, a 2-1 win against Burnley as Johnny Evans launches a ball forward for Perez to chase. It bounces up and into the arms of Bert Leno, the German goalkeeper, away to our left-hand side. It looks like a sellout here at King Power Stadium. Long hair has been very much slicked back due to the rain that has fallen heavily here for the last few hours in Leicestershire. Aubameyang going down the right side. He's in front of Soonchu. He gets the ball into the near post. Ozil left it, comes back to Ozil, and it's into the side netting. Will be a goal kick, but Arsenal's first sight of the Leicester goal was a very well worked move down the right-hand side. He's still Aubameyang into the centre of the field, tries a reverse pass towards Kolasinac, who will keep the ball in play close to the corner flag. Can't get beyond Ricardo, and he links up with Tielemans and Perez. And Leicester try and break. Referee takes a look as Perez went to the ground. No free kick. It's a very lively opening to this game as Tielemans steals the ball and comes through the centre of the field. Vardy's trying to hold his line, too much on the pass. Rolls through to Leno.
Yeah, Mesut Ozil guilty of giving away a simple pass just on the edge of that defensive third. Leicester then, as quick as you like, Couple of little passes, they're up top. Tielemans has the ball, Vardy's making the run, and as you say, just slightly overhead.
Bellerin has played it straight to Maddison, who was surely tripped by Torreira and was free kicked. 22 yards out, very much left-hand side of the 18-yard area, but you heard the reaction when the free kick was given. Leicester fans anticipating something special. Maddison and Chilwell over the free kick, but Leno leaning against the post on this near side, organising a three-man Arsenal wall. Maddison has gone into the penalty area, leaving just Chilwell now to deliver the Leicester City free kick. It's chipped towards Maddison, who ducked, maybe expecting someone behind him. It's rolled away for a goal kick, but Chilwell delivering a delicious ball in, just asking to be headed in, but no one able to get the vital touch, and the referee has got his finger to his ear, and clearly there is a VAR review. Went down with Guendouzi having a firm right arm on his shoulder, but the referee waves play on, and it's a goal kick.
Has that been checked by VAR?
As Ricardo has space on the right side, Perez ahead of him, goes infield to Tielemans, was looking for the 1-2. Guendouzi with a vital interception on the edge of the 18-yard area. Arsenal try and get themselves up the pitch. Lacazette has the ball, lays it back to Kolasinac, goes up the far touchline. There is Ozil, and now it's Lacazette. Ozil again into the Leicester half, squares the ball to Torreira, space for him. Bellerin coming forward on this near side. It's Aubameyang, it's an Arsenal attack with purpose. It's Bellerin can pull it back towards Aubameyang, and Mike still, and now it's Lacazette, and somehow it's gone wide. Not sure how he's missed that. 6 yards out. Maybe Aubameyang got in his way, but he struck it wide of the post. Arsenal appealing for something, but really they should be celebrating a goal. They worked it well. Aubameyang and Bellerin down this right side. Here's Bellerin. Ball didn't find Guendouzi. Vardy leaves it for Perez, edge of the area. Perez just over the bar. Left-footed strike, 18 yards out. The nearest Leicester have come to breaking the deadlock. Perez nearly finding the net once again. Leno well beaten, inches over the bar.
Yeah, it's all about that controlled pressure yet again. Arsenal went to more time on the ball.
A poor piece of play from Arsenal. Sees the ball sent over Bellerin's head and out for a throw. The ripple of applause is there's a couple of members of the armed forces that are just walking behind the goal to our left as Maddison has it. Square to Tielemans, 20 yards out, thought about the shot, goes to Perez. Across it, took a deflection, and Vardy wasn't far off to applying the finishing touch. May have took a nick off him, but it was a cross that was fizzed in by Perez.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about, John, isn't it? Another lovely ball in. Jamie Vardy in the right place at the right time. And somehow he can't convert that. You've got to say, good defending, you have to say, from Arsenal at the back post.
This isn't too far from the edge of the Arsenal area. Anticipation amongst the Blue Army. James Maddison with his trademark stance over this Leicester City free kick. Evans and Barnes just in front of the wall, but it will be James Maddison, right-footed. Oh, and it just clipped the top of the netting as it went over the bar. Leno stood and watched and admired and breathed a sigh of relief as it fell over the bar. Maddison coming close again from a free kick. So far this season, Jamie Vardy is the Premier League's leading scorer, 10 goals to his name, the first player to hit double figures this season. Chilwell coming forward for the Foxes, Maddison alongside him, thought about sending it in, but he's giving it back to Chilwell, who does send it in. There's Barnes, but he's missed Cudy's header. It just needed a glancing header across the goal, but it came to Barnes, who headed it down and well wide, but Chilwell delivering a gorgeous ball in with his right foot, so teasing and tantalising, but Barnes got his angles all wrong.
Just a little bit stop-start at the minute, isn't it? Neither team find their...
Barnes down the left side of the penalty area, ball chipped up to the far post, over Perez, but he can keep it in play on this near side, into Ricardo, corner of the 18-yard area, two Arsenal players ahead of him. Tielemans just behind him. Tielemans first time to Perez, into the feet of Ricardo. The three of them just working the ball on this near side, all taking a touch. Ricardo now a crossing opportunity as he gets past his man, pulls it back to Ndidi off the bar. The bar rattles, the rain falling from it, and still we are goalless at King Power Stadium. Best chance of the game by a mile as Arsenal look to break from that. Aubameyang, a pass intercepted by Tielemans. Maddison picks up the loose ball with a back heel back to Tielemans. He's knocked to the ground, but Leicester can continue. Referee waving play on Ricardo. The game becoming stretched as Ricardo, 18 yards out, pulls it back to Maddison. A shooting chance, well wide of Leno's goal. And we reflect back as Ndidi does. He drops his head, saw the chance, struck it sweetly, and the bar rattles as the ball strikes it.
Well, he does everything right. Ricardo again, fantastic. Down the right hand side, pulls it back to the penalty spot, but somehow the ball just will not go in the back of the net yet for Leicester City.
Before the game stretched, and it's continued to be stretched since then. Chilwell with an interception, can he get away down the left? He might do as he finds Maddison onto Harvey Barnes. Chilwell and Maddison into port. Barnes running towards the 18-yard area, gets into it, pulls it back to Maddison. Good footwork by Maddison, but eventually the ball taken from him by David Luiz. Still alive as Maddison goes down. Can't believe that's not a free kick. Neither can James Maddison. As Guendouzi has it, Tielemans trying to take it from him. As it's laid off to Bellerin, he comes over the halfway line. Maddison still distraught that he didn't get that free kick. Bellerin now 18 yards out. Bellerin shoots, deflected and over. In fact, didn't take a deflection. I thought Soyuncu had got a touch, but it was a vicious shot from the Spaniard, and it was rising and just narrowly over the bar to our left-hand side. Johnny Evans for Leicester City. He's the only player from Kasper Schmeichel inside his own half as he tentatively comes into the Arsenal half, into Tielemans. First time was trying to swing the ball out to the near side to Perez. That was intercepted. Here's Mesut Ozil, a lovely layoff to Aubameyang. Referee waving play on. Mesut Ozil was clearly fouled, but the pass from Aubameyang was poor, and now Leicester can counter. It's Harvey Barnes coming through the middle. Vardy to his left, Perez to his right. This is Vardy, not the best of first touches, but he's tried to angle it back to Barnes with a flicked back heel. It was David Luiz across to cover. What a second half we're having here. We've only had 9 minutes of it, but it's been action-packed.
Absolutely, and the end stops to say, John. Arsenal this time standing solid defensively and now coming away.
Ozil onto Kolasinac, it's Aubameyang and he's angled into the bottom corner, but the assistant has raised his flag and the Arsenal celebrations are cut short. The referee will still have to check with the VAR to make sure he was offside. Meanwhile, Johnny Evans has been booked, I think, for the foul in the previous move when he took out Mesut Ozil. Michael furious with that decision. Leicester fans chanting VAR, and we're just waiting for firm confirmation that the goal won't count as we see a replay of it. Ozil out to the left. Yes, clearly offside Aubameyang, who thought he'd scored for a second time at King Power Stadium. Tielemans again, that first time pass where he loops it to Ricardo, receives it back to Belgium, forward to Gray, right of the penalty area, pull back to Maddison, who got a touch but not enough of a touch, and in doing so probably took it away from Jamie Vardy. Vardy looked anguished as the ball span away from him. Leicester having a positive spell in the game after Arsenal's couple of attacks a moment ago. Ricardo again coming forward down the right, linking up with Demarai Gray. Faces the corner flag on this near side, the Foxes right. All play to Tielemans, he lets it roll for Soyuncu. He's a long way out, doesn't take up the advice of having a shot. Instead goes to Ben Chilwell, the left back, who again is in an advanced position. Now Maddison. It was a poor first touch and that let Lacazette take it from him up to the halfway line. Poor pass from Lacazette. Evans rides the challenge of Guendouzi and finds Demarai Gray coming in from the right touchline. Edge of the area. Gray's left-footed shot saved by Leno. Worth an effort though on this skiddy surface. Vardy and Maddison both chasing the ball in, and Leno with very firm hands. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, if you get a side of goal, you know, well within your rights to have it, to take a pot shot. You know, it took a slight deflection, as you said, skiddy surface. Arsenal have had a 10-minute spell, a 5-10 minute spell of good possession, goal mouth action, yet Leicester still carrying that threat going forward.
Johnny Evans on the halfway line. Tielemans is the player who receives the pass before it comes out to Ricardo. He's having more and more of an influence in this second half as a drag back and then a pass to Demarai Gray. Just gets in front of Rob Holding. Back to Ricardo, now Tielemans. Ricardo again, slides one into Barnes, it's a flick on to Tielemans, it's Vardy! There's the goal, and it's Jamie Vardy again! 9 goals in his last 9 games now against Arsenal. 10 goals, 11 goals in 13 games this season. He just cannot stop scoring. The Premier League's leading goal scorer has scored for the Premier League's leading goal scorers in Leicester City.
Oh, what a move this is. Patient build-up, lovely little slide of ball, square ball to Barnes. Barnes with a little flick. I'm just seeing again on the replay. Barnes with a little flick to Tielemans. Tielemans, what a ball from him to find Vardy. Jamie Vardy makes absolutely no mistake. Leno outstretched, full stretch, can't get a touch on it. What a finish that is. What a team goal that is from Leicester.
Centre circle today, by the way, was, although we can't tell from here, was in the shape of a poppy. Just to fully take part in proceedings. Here's Ndidi. Ricardo, edge of the area. Maddison alongside him, so too Jamie Vardy. On to Maddison, a driven shot that's into the net! Another goal from the majestic James Maddison. Leicester double their lead and surely will be second in the table this evening. All the players join in the celebration in the far corner of the pitch. I thought Vardy would take the shot, but instead he rolled it into the path of James Maddison, who strikes in another Leicester City goal, his 5th of the season, and surely puts this game to bed, and Leicester can start to think about 3 more points and 5 successive wins here at King Power Stadium. James Maddison in no rush as he takes a swig of a bottle that's close to the corner flag. Throws that to the ground as he purposely strides back, lifts a left arm, then delivers an out-swinging corner. Ndidi with the header. In fact, it was an Arsenal man. Guendouzi was the closest to it. It's another Leicester City corner.
Well, that all happened very, very quickly, didn't it?
Maddison again, the same routine, the left arm lifted, this time a bit deeper, over Vardy. Dennis Pratt, not sure if he's had a touch yet, the substitute. It's a right-footed ball, drifted in. Chilwell's header. Evans helps it onto the far post. Vardy rising, drops to Dennis Pratt. Right-footed shot, charged down by Guendouzi. And then drops to Pepe, the Arsenal substitute, who can't get Arsenal any further up the pitch. Dennis Pratt blocks the attempted pass. Arsenal have a corner close to their own corner flag. Here's David Luiz, can take the ball into the Leicester half with Vardy breathing down his ear all the way, and the pass the wrong side of Kolasinac, it's a throw in.
That just sort of sums Arsenal's night up with that one pass, doesn't it? They've huffed and puffed the whole game. They had a little bit of possession, but when it really matters, they just couldn't come up with the goods.
Ball still in play. Some of it is off the pitch, but there's just about enough that the players, David Luiz, Jamie Vardy, Ricardo, all kicking towards it. David Luiz and Jamie Vardy falling to the ground, helping each other back up as the ball is sent back to Bert Leno. Demarai Gray chasing all the way. Leno clearing, Soyuncu under it with a header forward. It's Tielemans, can turn midway inside the Arsenal half. Brilliant skill from James Maddison. Out to Jamie Vardy on the right wing for the Foxes. No one inside the penalty area, he just stops the ball and sensibly plays it back to Ricardo. Ricardo on to Pratt, then comes back to Vardy again. In no rush to come forward now, the Foxes. The job is done, the 3 points are in the bag. They're about to head into another international break with a victory. Ndidi and Ricardo exchange passes on the near side. V for victory, V V for Vardy. He got the scoring underway as Leicester City record their 5th successive home win at King Power Stadium and keep up this tremendous record under Brendan Rodgers. And this evening they will be second in the Premier League table. We thought for a time the goal wouldn't be coming. Leicester kept knocking on the door in the first half. Perez, Maddison and Barnes all came close. Wilfred indeed rattled the bar in the second half. But on 67 minutes, that man Jamie Vardy scored his 11th goal of the season after great build-up play involving Barnes and Tillemans. Vardy from 6 yards, placing the ball into the bottom corner. His 9th goal in 9 games against Arsenal. His 6th goal in 5 games here at King Power Stadium for Leicester City. The second goal came 15 minutes from time. James Maddison applying the finishing touch. Vardy becoming the creator for Leicester City's number 10, who fired a shot beyond Bert Leno. His 5th of the season, his 4th goal in his last 5 games. Arsenal's disappointment continues. Leicester players celebrate as they head into another international break. 3 points for the Foxes.